Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in again. It's been a couple of weeks since I've given you a Google Home and a Google Assistant update for new products and new features related to those great voice assistants. Let's get going. The big news this week related to the Google Home is the fact that it can now handle 3 queries at once from you. So go ahead, put an and between your 3 queries, and you can go ahead and you'll get 3 things to action from Google Home. I've been doing it already in my home. It's an instant update and it's instantly available for you in all kinds of countries. One of the things that we're starting to see is the entry of smart display settings and features in the Google Home application. So we are now seeing, when you're looking at different settings and even some of the applications in the Google Assistant store, we're starting to see if something is available in a smart display, it's actually saying it at the bottom of the page there. Now, on that note, Lenovo came out. They had, for a small time on the B&H website, I think this was a mistake, there was a pre-order opportunity for 2 of their smart displays with the Google Assistant on board. So get ready for those. Those are going to come out, and I think you're going to see a lot of pre-orders from a lot of different makers now that it's being integrated into the Google Home and the Google Assistant applications. Xbox One is going to get both the Alexa Assistant and the Google Assistant here. It's not quite clear today whether or not Alexa and the Google Assistant are going to be able to control everything on your Xbox, but this feature is coming for Xbox users, and you're going to be able to choose that over Microsoft's own Cortana. Every couple of mornings here, I head down to a Starbucks, I get a coffee, and I use the app to pay for it. Now, you can of course order ahead right now, but what's even better is now with your Google Assistant or your Google Home, you can go ahead and order Starbucks as well as from Applebee's and from Dunkin' Donuts. So a lot of new makers or a lot of new coffee shops there ready for you to go ahead and order through your voice assistant, and then you can just show and the payment's already complete through your Starbucks app. Something that we've seen back and forth between Google and Amazon is a real battle in terms of trying to get kids using their voice assistants. Now, the Google Assistant has 4 new apps associated with it. Some of these are pretty familiar names. There's Learning Time with Timmy, Moshi Twilight, Little Baby Bum, who really grew up on YouTube, and HarperCollins, which is a big children's books maker there. So these applications that are available from these different children's content builders, they're going to help you with routines with your toddler. They're going to help you with nighttime with your toddler. There's storybook applications. There's all kinds of opportunities here for you to get extra functionality out of your Google Home or your Google Assistant and really help your child understand something. As we've seen in the past, Google Assistant continues to develop and grow out in all kinds of countries around the world. It is now available in Thai on both tablets and phones. So again, more languages jumping into the Google Assistant, and these are always precursors to the Google Home showing up in those markets. So I think we know where Google Home is headed next. Now, in a previous video, I mispronounced something. I'm not going to do it here, but a major French grocery store, actually the largest grocery retailer in France, has actually teamed up with Google. And if you've been paying attention to what Google is doing on the retail front, this is a pairing kind of made in heaven, so to speak. And what they're basically doing is they're fighting Amazon's expansion in France in terms of grocery and retail growth, but Google's also able to fight kind of fire with a new or an improved online store here. If you've been following Google in terms of their design and some of their new code and what they kind of announce as their new standard design, they call it material design. And Material Design is being integrated into the Google Assistant and the Google Home applications as we go forward here. There's a new Coming Up For You section that has the new material design or material theme within it. The Assistant app through this gains a section called Keep Track of Things, which they're thinking will include the orders and reservations, upcoming trips, notes, lists, other things like that. The second large redesign was basically around podcasts. And I think if you've used the Google Assistant or the Google Home application for that matter to try and find a podcast, it's pretty much impossible. So here now we have a new UI coming to the Google Assistant app that helps you locate podcasts that you're going to want to listen to. All right, everyone. So we're seeing some great updates from Google related to the smart display. Some of those manufacturers are starting to come along. Google is now getting that capability integrated into their apps. We're also seeing the Google Home continue to expand. And on that note, come back to the channel here in just a couple of days. I'm going to tell you when all these new features are coming, or I'm at least going to tell you what Google has told me about when all the new features are coming that were announced at Google I/O, or for the features that you've been waiting for a long time. I know lots of countries have been waiting. So stay tuned for that. That's coming in a couple of days, everyone. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button at the end here, and you'll get that notification related to the new features coming from Google I/O.